Hey everyone, this is Dale Berkelbaugh from Brandwise, the business misfit. And today, what I want to talk about is the importance of culture. Man, it is so important and oftentimes so overlooked or misunderstood or undervalued. I think it's undervalued really, because people are everything. And if you do not cater to your people, if your people do not feel appreciated or do not feel loved or respected or whatever, then the whole thing blows up. So if you've ever read the book, there are many books that talk about this, but Good to Great talks about getting the right people in the right seats. And if you can do that, you can create a machine that will just plow through anything. I mean, it's a force to be reckoned with, right? However, if you have the wrong people in the wrong seats or the wrong people altogether, and you try to force those square pegs in a round hole, it doesn't work. So we have to really address how to deal with people issues, because at the end of the day, people make or break your organization. And you can fly blind and not address it and just accept that you'll never have a company without bad apples. That is one way to look at things, okay? But another way to look at things is, if you can figure out a way to understand who the right people are, you can start attracting those right people. When it comes to marketing, we can just throw stuff out there and accept whatever comes. And some of it will be good and some of it will be bad. We'll have those rotten apples. That's one approach. A different approach is, instead of taking this shotgun approach and just throwing things out, whatever they are, we hone in on what the ideal struggle is of our dream client, let's say. If we know the problems that our dream client has, we can start to understand and research and speak their language. If we start speaking their language about their problems, guess what? We're going to start getting their attention. They're going to start listening. Like, holy crap, there's this company and they're talking about all our problems. And wow, it sounds like they may have a solution to fix all our problems. Great. However, if you do not listen to your customer, your prospects, and you don't know who your dream client is, you're going after whoever. That, some businesses have a little bit of success there. Is it enjoyable? Is it amazing clients? Are you super happy? Or do you have those headache clients that you're like, damn, another pain in the ass client? Like, how are we going to deal with them? Well, in my opinion, that's a people issue. And if you don't address the people issue, you're going to attract whoever comes along for clients, or whoever comes along for employees, or whoever comes along for your nonprofit, or for your group, or for your whoever, right? And you can accept that. You can just say, that's the way things are. That's the way they'll always be. To me, that's a very reactionary approach. And I feel like if you take a proactive approach, like, here's the things that we don't want. If you have X, Y, and Z, you're probably not a good fit for us. That could be clients, it could be vendors, it could be employees. But if you don't address those, if you don't write down what those X, Y, and Z are, then you're taking whoever comes along, right? So you're not focused. You don't know who your ideal vendor is, or who your dream vendor or your dream client or your dream employee. You don't know who they are because you haven't done the paperwork, put it on paper, documented who you need to have. And part of that is related to what your core values are. And if you don't know what your core values are, you don't know how to use them, it's very easy to say that whoever we get is whoever we get, and that's all we'll ever get. I don't believe that personally. I think I can go out there and I can find exactly who I want for clients, for vendors, for employees. Now, granted, I'm not saying I have everything figured out and I have all the answers, but I am telling you, I know when there's a people issue, and I know when people are not working, and I know when things are broke. And sometimes I know when to call people on their bullshit. And I know when to call myself on bullshit sometimes. And sometimes I need someone else from the outside to call me on my bullshit. But today, people are very important to me. And making sure that we have the right people in place is extremely important. Because if you do not have those people in place, things blow up. If you have the wrong people in place and you try and put them all together, it doesn't work. Things blow up. That is unfortunately what it is. Culture clashes of people doesn't help you get forward. It holds you back. Addressing people issues is extremely important. Understanding how to understand when people are the right fit or not the right fit is extremely important. But you need to do it in a way that's not a personal attack on people. You need to do it in a way that you can address it in a non-personal way, in a non-threatening way, a non-aggressive way. Because if you don't have some of those systems in place, then unfortunately you're going to have to address it as the ship is sinking. And that's no place to be. No one wants to be there. It sucks for everyone involved to watch the ship sink. Anyhow, people are important. Culture is extremely important. Core values need to be in alignment so that your culture matches. And if it doesn't, you're always going to have struggles getting forward to that next step. Anyhow, hey, this is Dale Berkebile from Brandwise, the Business Misfit, coming in to just give you some tips on culture, on people. I know I've made mistakes. I know I'm not perfect. I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to find my tribe that gets me and wants my whatever I have, right? The core values I have, they align with those. Because when someone does, they get excited. They get fired up. They're like, yeah, let's go do this. When they don't, we butt heads. Anyhow, Dale Berkebile from Brandwise, the Business Misfit. Have a great weekend, everyone. Love you. Peace, love, and all that. Wish you well. Wish you success. But have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.